Hey everyone, and welcome back to technically the same, like the second speed build video on this channel, but technically it's also the same house. So this is my build for cats and dogs. Obviously it's the same build that we had in the welcome video, but I've kind of decided to completely change it up. So you just saw me completely delete everything and then start again. So we're keeping the shell of the house the same, but we're kind of completely reconfiguring the whole house in how I want it to look. And honestly, there was no floor plan in my head about how this was going to look. I just kind of made it up on the spot, and I'm quite proud of how this build ended up looking because it was completely different to what I had originally envisioned. And what kind of inspired me was, apart from getting Laundry Day stuff, which is an amazing stuff pack, like considering that Laundry Day stuff, what is it, $10? Quite incredible for the amount of content that comes in it. Like, I've always been really impressed with the Sims 4 stuff packs, bar one or two, and Laundry Day stuff is just awesome. So we definitely get a lot of stuff from Laundry Day, use a lot of stuff from Laundry Day stuff, but also use a lot more of the rustic nautical items from the Cats and Dogs pack. We also do a lot of landscaping in this video as well. So if you like landscaping, stick around. So I kind of imagined what I was thinking more about, I guess, what the house would look like if her parents decorated it, not like the sim that we're playing with. I still can't remember her name. I'm recording this video directly after the last one, if you're wondering, so that's why I haven't been in the game to be able to check. I think her name's Annabelle. I'm pretty sure I named her Annabelle. I can't remember. I always randomize names and then choose one that fits, so I don't actually name my Sims with an exact name. But in this house, we go for a really sort of like, I don't know, I can't sort of explain it, but we go for ocean shack, nautical kind of ocean shack, and it's obviously old, like the floorboards are old and the walls are old, and it's just an old house that's been obviously around for ages and maybe done up once or twice, but other than that, it's full of, you know, family heirlooms and just a bunch of just random stuff. So we definitely use a lot of content from different stuff packs and quite a lot of content from Laundry Day stuff and Cool Kitchen. I don't know, Cool Kitchen. What's it called? Cats and Dogs. There we go. New started with a C. But Laundry Day stuff came with a lot of awesome content, and it's perfect for like rustic homes and just rustic living in general, and really homey homes, you know. And I love packs in The Sims that, you know, you can really make a home, not just a house, but a home. And this pack was definitely one of those packs where you could just go ballistic with all the little items and all the little knickknacks and everything that you could hide everywhere. And I was really impressed with how the game was able to sort of like let me, you know, put so many different items on all these different shelves and just completely go wild with it. My computer has just decided to load this at about 1 frame a second, so just bear with me while I try and work out what I'm doing based on that. It's too late now to go back and restart. I've already invested myself in the build. So basically, I was rewatching one of my favorite TV shows. I got originally, I think, the 6 seasons, but I originally got I hadn't watched the 7th season more than just once. So I'm talking about a show called Skins. If you hadn't have heard of Skins before, Skins is a UK TV show that came out when I started high school and finished originally when I left high school, which I think was kind of like a cool, it makes it feel really special, you know, considering the show's about, you know, going through school and everything, and, you know, sort of learning, you know, what it is to be like a teenager and everything, and realizing it's a coming of age show where kids in the last 2 years of school kind of realize what, you know, they start off really innocent and everything, and then they kind of realize what being an adult's all about. That show kind of, you know, was really important to me because it, you know, kind of helped me grow up and helped me, you know, I was influenced very much by that show. But also, season 7 came out in 2013, which is like, you know, it came out a lot later than the normal seasons, but basically what it meant is that it was sort of like the kids that had gone to school had like become, you know, young adults and were settling into, you know, young adulthood for the first time. And that also was where I was at 2013. You know, I finished school and I was, you know, in the real world and trying to find my way through the very ever daunting real life situation where you have to get a job and, you know, pay bills and everything, you know, all that kind of fun stuff they don't tell you about as a kid. But you know, so that in that episode, where in one of the episodes in season 7, they go to like literally a shack on the beach near a lighthouse, funnily enough, And I just thought, oh my god, this is exactly what I wanted. One of the characters called Cassie visits her dad, and her dad lives on a beach shack, and it's literally just a shack. It's full of clutter and old stuff, and just completely, horrible to live in. Like, I don't even think there's any power in it or anything. But they live there, and like, it was just a perfect idea. Like, I was watching it and I'm like, oh my god, this is the perfect house to build in Cats and Dogs. So I actually went, using that like knowledge, I went back to The Sims 4 and kind of went ahead and like completely renovated this house to be more like rustic and just full of clutter and just full of crap that her parents had accumulated over the years, that to anyone else probably wouldn't mean anything, but to her parents and everything, it was sentimental value. So I went back, and obviously, as you can see now, I'm just literally adding clutter after clutter, adding bits after bits of just random crap that I just imagined her parents had picked up and, thought were nice. I made sure all the little curtains were all different colors because I imagined that her mum made them, using scraps of different fabrics. And it was really important for me that this house felt really homey, almost too homey to give up. Like a lot of the time in The Sims, like houses, you can move from one to the other and it's fine. But this house, I think, just by looking at it, you can tell that it has a lot of history behind it, and that's what I was kind of going for. Some of the houses that I build in The Sims 4 are more for show. This house wasn't really so much for show as it was for actually, making a house that looked, like it had been lived in, and something that you may encounter in real life even. But definitely inspired by Skins. So if you haven't watched Skins, it's on Netflix. You should totally give it a go. It's really awesome. It's really one of those shows that I think everyone has a show that they grew up with, and Skins is that show for me. It's so good, and it's one of those shows as well where it's not, when you have TV shows that you remember watching and then you go back and they're pretty awful, but you hold a little respect for them. Skins is actually a really good TV show by today's standards. I mean, I remember towards the end, like I think season 6 was considered like the worst season or something, but even season 6, as it being the worst season, was actually still much better than half the young adult dramas that you got on television. So even at its worst, it was its best. And I really appreciated season 7 because it kind of made me I guess maybe realize a lot of more, like, I don't want to spoil it, but like it makes you think about, in adulthood there's consequences so much more than what they were as a kid. But without being a whole episode dedicated to Skins, watch it if you haven't. But yeah, basically if you get up to season 7, you'll know exactly where I got this inspiration from. But I have to say that I really love the Laundry Day stuff pack. It added so much stuff to this pack, to the game. And one of the things I'm really liking about the Sims 4 stuff packs is, they add stuff. They add a whole, like, you can literally, build houses based on one stuff pack alone. So, for example, laundry stuff has really made it easy to build a rustic, believable home. Even if you had just the base game, you could probably get away with, building a rustic home in The Sims 4. And then if you have, like, perfect patio, you can make a perfect, outdoor, area, and it just like a modern outdoor area that, without that pack, it wouldn't be as easy. That pack really makes it really nice to own like a backyard, in terms of like, having like a fancy patio and everything. Backyard stuff also, another pack that adds, the perfect, kind of like, not just like an outdoor space, but like a backyard, like, go out the backyard and play in the sprinklers and the pool and everything, that kind of stuff. So I really appreciate the fact that the stuff packs aren't just, I think with like Sims 2, the first few stuff packs for Sims 2 were really odd. Like, I remember family fun stuff being kind of really strange. I remember that was, I think, the first stuff pack that I bought for Sims 2, when I eventually got the Sims 2 to work on a computer somewhere. And yeah, that pack was always like, huh? For a stuff pack, it was really strange. And then I remember celebration stuff again was really kind of awkward. But towards the end, like, we got or even Happy Holiday stuff was a bit random. But we got like IKEA stuff, which I loved, and we got like kitchen and bathroom stuff. That was awesome. Mansion garden stuff. That was awesome. Those packs were really good. Sims 3 started strong. We got, what did we get? We got town life stuff. We got loft stuff, high-end loft stuff. But towards, like, I think 3 packs in, we started getting, really random packs like Fast Lane stuff and Katy Perry stuff and 60s, 70s, 80s, or not, or I can't remember what it was, 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe it was, yeah, stuff, and then just this random, like, it was just awful. But it started strong, but yeah, here we are just play testing to see if, because I was trying to cram so many objects into this pack that I just want to make sure that all of them work. So I was cramming items into little nooks and crannies and just making sure that the sim could actually use it. But yeah, it was Annabelle McDonald. There we go. That's what I thought it was. I knew her name was Annabelle. Yeah. Oh, McCormack. Oh, there we go. McCormack. Annabelle McCormack. There we go. I don't know why I went into Creator Sim at this point. I think it's because the game changed her hair to red hair, and I actually want it to be brown. And I don't know why I'm in Creator Sim. I thought I cut this out completely. I don't even remember why I went in there to begin with. But I think it was because we got Laundry Day stuff as well, and I wanted to add some of the Laundry Day stuff close because they worked a lot nicer with her. And I'm one of those people that I don't really like Creator Sim that much, so I probably won't change her looks very much throughout the Let's Play. They'll probably just stay the same. But I do like, creating a character, if that makes sense. But I'm not really into fashion or anything like that. But I do like creating a character with personality. And I think Creator Sim definitely helps with that. But we can get out of Creator Sim now and go back to the build. If you like, come on. I don't remember doing any of this. I don't know, maybe I'd wanted to take a mental break. I have no idea. There we go. All right, so she's going to play test a few things and make sure that, the computer works and everything. And, okay, now I'm setting up her career, apparently. Wow, I didn't realize I did a lot of the Let's Play setup during the speed build, but apparently I did. Maybe I thought in my head that I cut it out. Maybe I thought I'd be more professional and actually watch the footage first before I commentated over it, but, yeah. Now, this was actually really hard because I'd kind of created this house with a balcony on all sides, but then trying to fill up that balcony with reasonable, like content that would, make sense on a balcony was quite hard. Like, obviously, what we've got at the moment doesn't work at all. No one has, a full-on statue on their backyard or like on their back patio, but, I was testing the waters and sort of seeing what I could get away with because at this point, maybe that's why I went to Creator Sim. At this point, I was kind of getting mentally exhausted and wasn't sure, what I finished because I just finished the whole inside of this. I did I felt that I did a really good job with it. So kind of going outside and then doing the rest of it was kind of like, but I think we do pretty well. I mean, we've got some, nice garden shed tour. Again, I imagine that this house isn't really for show. It's got a lot of clutter and everything because they obviously don't expect anybody to steal or anything. So I think, it will be fine. And added some of the Laundry Day stuff there, which is cool. Like the hampers and everything. And yeah, just continuing on with, I love how I went to build mode with her on the stairs, but again, just adding some extra like plants and stuff and just clutter. Like I just imagine this family is just like has a completely cluttered house. Apparently I wasn't happy with the chimney, so we changed the chimney. And there's a weird glitch at the moment where in The Sims 4 where like when you're adding a chimney to the roof, it will literally if you don't like it, it would move the chimney to the next floor, and you actually have to delete the chimney and then go back to the bottom floor again. It's really strange. And then we get started with some landscaping, which is always fun, and we used a little bit of the pillows from Toddler Stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what we do. Yes, we do. And from Romantic Garden, and just like a bunch of outdoor furniture that they just really wouldn't care if it got damaged or not. Adding we're adding the laundry bucket and clothesline. We eventually moved them out into the garden, but I originally thought, they'd be on the balcony, but no, we moved them. And this is getting harder and harder to commentate because my laptop's literally going at about 1 frame a second. It's driving me nuts. So here I realized that even though I was kind of basing the house off a real house, I realized that we'd have to make some adjustments to that because I just thought, well, if Annabelle has her own bedroom, where did her parents sleep? Like, where did they go? So I had to kind of make Annabelle's room now her parents' room, and then make a spare room that was Annabelle's room growing up. So I imagine that when her parents, spoiler alert, her parents passed away, that she took their room and then left her own room as like a kid's room. I don't know. Why, computer, are you doing this? Why are you so slow? Actually, no, I think at this point maybe Yeah, okay. I just paused the game for a little bit. Very professional of me. As again, this is just a good example of the kind of content that you'll expect to see here on this channel. It's gonna be great. Here we go. I think with kids' room stuff. I'm pretty sure a lot of this came with kids' room. Oh, actually, I think this came with the toddler patch. I don't know. I remember just updating my game and getting like, I think I stopped upgrading my laptop when we got the Tragic Clown, I think it was. No, actually, I stopped updating my game when we got the Grow Fruit Challenge, which was back in 2016, the Spring Challenge, because I wanted to record it. Me doing it, I wanted to record it, and I think I've actually got that version of the game somewhere on this laptop, or maybe on another partition. But so if you wanted me to play the Grow Fruit Challenge, we can do that totally. Um, but otherwise, I stopped updating it then, and then I kind of just updated it all at once, and I got toddlers and everything all at once. But here we are adding some rocks, and then I realized that we had no money, so I used a quick mother load cheat and got more rocks, but or more money. But here's my first go at really landscaping The Sims 4, because I've never landscaped in The Sims 4 before. Because I'd never built in The Sims 4 ever, really. Like, I just never bothered. So this is like the first computer that was actually good enough to like not lag during build mode or anything. So I was like, oh, and it's kind of weird because like the game's been out for so long, but it was just weird to me that I've never actually landscaped a garden before. Because as I said, I only had the base game, and I only had that on a laptop. So didn't really have a good enough computer that would be able to run, like I had to make sure that, gardens were simple and there was no trees, otherwise it would lag and whatever. And this computer, I'm able to do whatever whatever I want. So yeah. But we literally make it really like, like my mum's like planted all these, plants over the years, and like, it's just years old of like different plants that are growing. And I think I ended up using those red ones, but I didn't realize that they were like alien plants, but they work. I added some grass and sized it down so it looked like they had some weeds growing through the cracks. I went for that whole touch. I was actually in the garden side of things. I was actually inspired by my old family home, because my mum used to love doing the garden. Unfortunately, when we moved, she moved into a house that had no garden to a house that had just nothing. Like, she couldn't do any gardening in it because she was renting, and now she's moving into an apartment, so she can't. She loves her garden though, and she misses it. But I kind of just remembered like how she used to decorate, and she used to just plant bunches and bunches and bunches of plants, and just went wild. Also, can I just say that hose that's in the game, that like hose with like the little water gun thing on the end, is my favorite object, probably, like decor object. I absolutely love it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it, but it just adds that extra homey touch to the whole house. Like, just adding that hose just adds so much. And this is also me failing to spell pergola, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I can spell it, I don't know. But I actually found this, and I will link this. This is like a styled room, and I will link it in the description, because the one that I downloaded from the gallery was actually stolen. So I wanted to link the original person, so I will do some investigating and try and link the original person. But I was originally going to go for like a little pergola area that had like an octagonal roof, because I was hoping that someone had built one for me so I didn't have to use it. But and I think, yeah, this was me reading through the comments being all like, ooh, someone's, this is stolen, ooh. So I will link the original in the comments below. But I ended up liking it, so I kept it in, because it reminded me of, like, just, I don't know, there was a TV show when I was a kid, and I cannot remember it for the life of me, but it was like these little creatures that used to live in, like, an English garden, and, like, they would have all these, like, it was like, the garden looked like that. The courtyard area looked like that, with all these shelves and different plants and pots and everything. And it was just that little pergola area. I was like, oh my god, that takes me back. I don't know what TV show it is. Like, I have no idea what the TV show is. It was probably a 90s TV show. But I remember watching this like TV show where it was like these really small creatures went around like this huge garden. They used to play around in the garden, whatever. And it was like an old English cottage kind of garden. I just thought that was an awesome little thing, so I added it into the build. I was thinking of making my own, but then I thought, no, why make my own and try to make it my own when there's one that's already there, and I'll just credit the person that did it. So yeah. And then we added this fountain because I just thought it looked cool. That imagine that her parents gave up trying to have a water feature and just planted plants inside instead, and like that might have been like an old monkey bar set that Annabelle used to play with as a kid, and it's now grown like weeds and vines or whatever all over it. added some of the garden planters because I imagine Annabelle's going to get into gardening. There's also added a bookshelf to there as well, which surprisingly, what I found was a lot of Sims that when I was playtesting the house, making sure that it didn't lag or anything because there's a lot of items in it. A lot of the Sims actually would, when they visited, they actually went outside, got the books, and read outside in the courtyard, which I thought was awesome. Like they didn't go inside or anything to read; they read outside, so that's really cool. Because I imagine that's like a nice little quiet spot to read. Like you go outside to read a book, and you have like your little cup of tea or whatever, and you've got like a book in the courtyard, and it's awesome. Probably gonna have to get a gardener though, because there's a lot of gardening that needs to be done. But yeah, we're coming towards the end of the speed build now. But I really loved making this house. I thought it was so much fun to oh, did I change that fence? No, I didn't. Oh, I think I might have left that fence the wrong color. But yeah, and I was going to add a pond, and then I realized that I don't think I had Get Together at this point. So I realized I didn't have like the pond color. So what we ended up doing was downloading or going into BuyDebug and downloading a pond, and then like sort of adding the rocks that I used before and adding them all around the pond in a nice little fashion. And then, so I imagine her parents would have a fishing pond. I don't know why. I mean, obviously in The Sims 4, I would like if we could have like a realistic outdoor pond, like, one where it might have like 3 goldfish or something. But until then, we've got this huge thing. And I think it just made sense that, in the story, her dad's a fisherman. So I just imagined that they'd have their own pond. And I did reuse this idea from Outer Retreat where I put a little frog at the end of the pond. But I don't think I kept it because I just thought that's going to be, just be too, I guess, too similar, so I left it. But I do like having a pond in The Sims 4. I think it's awesome having a little fish pond with, like, Sims can go fishing without having to go, like, out of the lot. I don't know. I think if I was to have a house, I'd definitely have a pond. It'd be so cool. Ponds have always been really, like, a thing of mine. Like, I'd have, obviously, a pool, like a normal pool, but then I'd have a pond as well. I just think it'd be so awesome having fish that you could feed and having like a little, my dad's house, they have like a little pond area that had like a waterfall and whatever. And I don't think that's still working anymore, but I don't even know if the fish is still alive. But my dad bought like a bunch of fish, and over the years, like the fish like kept like having babies, and we had like 1 million goldfish in our backyard at one point. But it's also overgrown and everything that the fish are just sort of living off, the algae and whatever. But yeah, that's a very good story, but otherwise, wow. But yeah, pretty much the speed build's pretty much done. And what we're going to do once it's done is we're actually going to, rather than do screenshots, which I just can't be bothered doing, I never can be bothered doing it. What we're going to do instead is we're actually going to use the camera and actually do like a first-person tour of the house. I think that'd be so much more fun than actually taking screenshots, because screenshots to me are just really boring. I can't be bothered uploading them. So yeah, but we're adding some outdoor lighting, and yeah, I think I'm really proud of this house. As I said, it's not like designed to be a house that, looks, oh my God, it's the best house ever built, but it's designed to be a house that's really homey. And, I wanted a house that, represented the characters really well. So I think I did that, and I'm quite happy with the end result. So leave your comments in the post below, but we're going to go now into live mode and actually look around. All right, guys, so we're going to go through and have a little tour of the house now that it's done. And just because I can't be bothered taking screenshots, which I know is really lazy, we're just going to have a little first-person tour. No, that's what I wanted. Okay, well, I don't know where we are now. Where are we? Where am I? Oh, okay, we're falling all the way over here. Okay, that's interesting. All right. For whatever reason, the camera moves really slow in this area. Why is it moving so slow? Okay. Anyway, so this might take too long. All right, let's go up a bit because I don't know why it's taking forever. Okay, I swear I have a good computer. Okay. So I did change the wall. I fixed the wall. I also fixed, there's a little bit of a fade issue with the normal sand and the sand that's in the game. I really wish that EA would let us have like the textures here available to use, because it really annoys me that we can't do things ourselves. So we're just gonna have a quick look, wander through. So this is the pond. Yeah, this is really slow. I think it's because I've got so much stuff on here. Because it doesn't look like a lot, but there is a lot of items just being like scattered around. So this is the pond. I used the Oasis Springs pond because it did have sand around it, but the sand is orange, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad. We've got a little fireplace, with a bunch of like old furniture and whatever. We've got the what are these called? Monkey bars. And I made the rocks go all the way under because it looked weird that there was like nothing separating the path. Because Sims walk along here, so I wanted something to yeah, to sort of separate that so it didn't look like it was, free to walk through. And also Sims, for whatever reason, were coming around, like they were walking up from here and then walking through here, which just looked weird. I want them to walk from the pond path. Alright, so this is the little outdoor, laundry thing. And we've got like grass, coming out of the, thing. I also added some mold, like around, you can't really see it in this slide actually. It looks like sand now, but the idea was that there was supposed to be mold. I don't know why it's changed to sand. Maybe it's just the lighting. I don't know. But I put like moss. Can we go into build mode just quickly and just sort of see if it's the light? Oh, it's gross. Why is it like that? Why does it look like that? I put this one down. It's the one that I used. I think it was that one. Oh, why is that off the screen? I don't know why my game's doing that. Is it just that, or is it this as well? No, that's fine. Okay, now it's fixed itself. Okay, whatever. But I was using, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that, but I didn't mean for sand. I put moss down and it looked really awesome. I'll just do it. Wow, this is really, wow. So let's put that back on. Let's do this again, because that's not what I wanted. So just a smooth layering, so it kind of looks like there's a bit of moss, but it looks just like the same kind of pattern. Does that make sense? All right, I'm good. I don't know when my game was being a bitch, but, whatever. Oh, make sure it's paused. Cool. Yes. Okay, back to, whatever. So that's the, I've gone in a weird camera mode now. Look, I'm no expert, I'm not a director, so, so that's the little garden area kind of thing. And then we go here, you've got like the little pergola area. You've got like the planter boxes, a little watering can. I fixed the fence color. And added a fire. I don't know if that was there before. I can't remember if I added that now or after I recorded. Added some stuff. I realize now that the light is actually coming out of that. I don't know if I wanted to. I can't be bothered changing it. So that's, oh, hello. Why are you in my house? Can I help you? I had no idea she was there. Okay, so so-and-so is here to say hi. And, yeah, this looks pretty much better from looking up. Looks better looking from up over there, but yeah, you know what I mean. It looks all right. And then you've got little plants. You got little, it's just nice. Nice stuff. All right, and then we'll zoom in just a little bit. It's speeding up a little bit now. It must be something over there is causing it to slow down, but it's speeding up just a little bit. I think we'll go upstairs first. So you go upstairs. You got the balcony, obviously. And you've got like a little, little thingy. What's it called? Like a little ladder with like plants on it. I added like the air conditioner on just because I thought that's something that you'd, expect to see on a like something with a, wraparound balcony. Got little plants. We've got little fire thingy. I like to pretend it's like an electricity meter or something. I don't know why. We've got little bird feeder because I thought that was kind of cool, because you could feed the birds and whatever. We've got the working table next to with all the tool sheds. The tool sheds? The shed tools? I don't know. I think that looks kind of cool. And then we'll go inside, or bins there, very important. So we'll go inside and we'll look at it from a first person point of view. Sorry it's taking so long. I don't know. Usually when I'm using this camera mode, like if I press too fast, like it will fly up. The camera will like fly out of the building. Okay, so you walk in and you got a little bit to take in. I'm going to fix that plant. So you got like the little coat rack. You got like these little thingies there. You got the little, what are they called? It's like a, I don't know. There's a name for it. And it's a really weird word as well. I can't remember what it's called though, but Google it. Coat rack, coat stand, pet toy stuff, flowers, lots of flowers, calendar. We've got curtains, dishes, sink, just kitchen stuff. I really like how cozy this already looks. We've got, broom, dustpan, photo of the lighthouse that's just there, and another like a picture, like a model of the lighthouse. So you kind of get the idea that they own the lighthouse, is what I'm kind of going for. And you've got the stove, you've got some extra stuff, you've got pans, you've got little plates, and then you've got another lighthouse. You got a boat. I'd like to think that that's her parents, maybe. You've got a little thing on the wall that you see typically in nautical areas. You've got a little map globe thing that's also a bar. You've got a little, I don't know what you call this, like a spice rack, or it's got like pasta and stuff. So pasta, maybe just like an extra storage space for pantry stuff. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Some days I wake up and feel exactly the same, especially the red eyes. Look at those. Oh God. Sure. Okay. I think, yeah, I'm with you, buddy. So yeah, I've got computer, I've got little curtains, ironing board, little bookshelf. I think that bookshelf actually came with Get to Work. It's supposed to be for like selling books, but I liked how it's like a little book nook. We've got little wheel. Wow. Succulents, I'm pretty sure they're succulents. More alcohol. I'm guessing your parents were alcoholics. We got the I've been here already, don't mind me. And then we have the bathroom. Yay. So we've got like kind of like bathroom / laundry stuff. So you got like laundry basket, you got cleaning stuff and like dishwashing or washing machine liquid. You got the basket underneath there. You got like cabinet, shower. I just love the soap. I don't know why I love the soap and the soap on the rope. I love soap on a rope in real life, so I don't know why I love soap on the rope in real life, but I love it. And I love how this has like a lettuce or something in it, isn't it? I think it's supposed to be like a little like washing like little puff thing. Puff. Like a little a fufa. What's it called? I can't remember. But I think they just reused the texture from lettuce or something, because that does not look like that. Looks like a fruit. It's literally in the shower. But I love the soap. I don't know why the soap just looks like classic, like bar of soap. I don't know. And then we have this with laundry basket on top. Cologne. More. I'm guessing that's soap, even though it looks like an egg, a green egg. Some storage, and yeah, toilet roll, toilet. Beautiful. And if we go, it's speeding up a little bit now. Oh my God, where are all these people coming from? What's going on? I don't remember inviting anybody over. That's why I'm just getting really confused. Maybe there was a welcome wagon. I just had no idea. But they don't even live in the same neighborhood. But what is that? Oh, okay. I might move that slightly because that just... talk about DIY. So let's just go through front door. And let's go downstairs. Is it a reefer? Reefer? No, that's something else, I think. Oh God. Yes. Let's just forget I said that. Let's go down. Oh, look at the sun coming through. Beautiful. And let's go through. We've got world's famous hose. So if we go through here, we've got a little craft table. I'm imagining it's like Annabelle's from when she was little. It's got all like the glitter and everything. I thought it was so cool. I think that's the one from Parenthood. I don't think this is the base game one. I could be wrong. It's got pasta in it too. Maybe it is the base game one. Let me have a look. No, that would be the base game one. I'm right. I'm always right. Get used to it. Let's go down, back down. Oops, spoils. Well, not really. You saw the build. But let's go through this room first. So this is sort of like the downstairs bathroom. So, again, I kind of think like the shower's new, but the sink's old kind of thing. And, got like, oh, I'm lost. Toilet. Is that all I put in here, really? Oh, okay. Wow, I wasn't really creative. Interesting. So when you're not in the room, I just realized when you're not in the room, the game actually doesn't load the furniture until you're actually in there. That's interesting. All right. Good to know. And then you got little makeup table, which I imagine like that's Annabelle's mum's. Half this furniture was Annabelle's mum's, although that's Annabelle's feet. Fireplace, you know, as you do, in a bedroom. That'd be like, wouldn't this like actually in real life though? Wouldn't this not be the like most amazing bedroom ever? It's got like all so cozy and amazing. And then we go into Annabelle's old room, where this freak is. I'm like, who are you? And then Clay laptop or like old computer from when she was a kid, like bedroom, toys, butterfly, drawing on the wall. Imagine she drew those herself, and like butterflies and like bugs and dinosaurs and whatever. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. And then finally, well, there's the fountain. I put the fountain there. Okay, I thought I put the fountain over there. All right, whatever. I only built this like recently. I don't know why I'm forgetting. And then more plant stuff, like places to put plants. We've got, I don't think there's anything behind here. No, there isn't. And then we've got sort of like a underground cellar, as it were. Why can't I go down? Okay, can I go down now? Yeah, okay, cool. So underground cellar, I'm not sure why I decided to put this in here, but I did. And so we've got a little bar, more alcohol, more wine, or what's it called in Sims? It's called like nectar, I think it was. And then we kind of have just this room for storage. I don't know what. Oh God, that doesn't look like a very solid foundation. Best be calling a builder. What's under here? What's up here actually? Oh, it's just outside. Okay, I don't know why that's that like that then. Very odd. And then yeah, just some storage room. So we'll probably turn this into something else later on, but for now it's storage. And what is it storing? I have no idea. But and then I thought the vintage glamour door. I don't know why I chose it actually, because that doesn't really match anything else of the house. But you know, whatever. And so this will be her house, and this is where she'll grow up and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys sort of like the house. If you like the house, the original house is on the gallery as well as this version as well. So I put cats and dogs. The two cats and dog houses is like. What did I say? I think it was like Cats and Dogs 1 and Cats and Dogs 2. I can't remember what I put under. But go check it out. It's on the gallery. And also, before we go, I just want to say that this house, if you have a look here, is inspired by the house here. If my camera wouldn't be play tricks. Stop playing tricks. Okay, there we go. So, oh, bloody hell. So I tried to kind of like match this with that. I mean, it's not the same, but like the windows are the same, I'm pretty sure. Like the windows here are kind of like the same as those windows. But I do wonder, like I want this. Where is this stuff? I want the fishing rods. Like I want the fishing rods. I want that. I want those. Like I want them in the buy catalog. Why don't we have them? Why are they being like, you know, so secretive? Like I want all of this thing. I want all of the things. You know, like I don't want just a little bit. I want all. I want all of it. So make it happen. But yeah, and I'd also like, you know, it's probably like heaps of bushes and trees and fences. Like I want this fence. You know, I want everything. Just like I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for everything. No, but what I don't understand is this is all made for the game. So why don't they actually, you know, include it? Like why don't you make all these rocks available and buy? Like I know maybe the only thing I can think of is maybe it would fill up the buy catalog way too much and there'd be just like too much stuff. But surely, you know, there's room in the buy catalog for you know, more fences and, you know, just random items that would be, you know, good clutter. But anyway, guys, why? Ooh, flirty. Okay. But yeah, no. But yeah, no, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this build. If you like the build, as I said, it's on the gallery, and I will see you in the first parts of Cats and Dogs. Bye, guys.